Well, really don't have time for me to properly explain this tune. But I have this connection, somehow or another, with an event that happened before I was born. And I played you that tune earlier called Tuesday Blues. Well, that was written for a friend who took lessons from me years ago in Virginia. He was considerably older than I was at the time. He served on the USS Essex aircraft carrier in the Pacific. And his name was John, and he would tell me stories from his time back then. And there's one story that told me a number of times, and it was a day in November of '43, I think, when he was on deck talking with a sailor named Joe Lamastro when they looked up and realized the kamikaze plane was about to come visit them. And they scattered, just as it did. And my friend John was telling me the story because Joe didn't survive it. So it was quite a moving story, and this obviously made an impression on my friend John, who would have been just a young man at the time. So I wound up writing a tune called "In Memory of Joe Lamastro," who was his friend that died. So and that was years ago. It came out on a CD in 1999. And, I'm not going to play you that tune because it's not. There's not time. But so that tune, however, wound up being used a couple of years ago. I guess just last year. I found out that somebody was using it in a YouTube video as background music for themselves. A bunch of guys climbing rocks in Pennsylvania. They're doing this. They go out rock climbing and take videos of themselves. So they're using my tune there. So that's all well and good. I wrote him a note and said, "Hey, I always thought this would be in a film." This was exactly what I had in mind, but whatever. So what that meant, though, was that, and I told him the story. I told him where the tune came from. And so that meant that that Joe Lamastro, which was the guy who died, and USS Essex were now searchable on YouTube. Okay? And so somebody contacted me to say that his father had served on the Essex as well. And he had in his possession a picture of his father, and Joe Lamastro. Was I interested in seeing it? And of course I was. It was amazing. And it was this photograph of the two of them actually holding a Japanese prisoner between the two of them. It's just an incredible picture of humanity. These two guys and this, obviously nervous Japanese prisoner. It's an incredible picture. And I've got the picture. It's actually on my the next CD that's coming out, because this tune that I'm going to play is on the next CD. So anyway, this guy, I know this is long, but it's all right. There's no way to introduce this tune otherwise. So this fellow who had written me, whose father was also on that ship, said to me, so we had a little exchange back and forth. He said, my dad didn't talk much about the war. Didn't tell me many things at all about it. But one story that he told was about the day that the black gun crew continued firing just heroically. He thought continued firing as they were about to go, as they were getting taken out by this kamikaze. So anyway, this tune is called "The Black Gunners." So, sorry for the long introduction, but sorry. Don't worry about it. So, now what was I going to play? I forgot. Oh. Okay, and I can make sure I have C sharp. That's C sharp-ish. And E. Anyone else is good? Okay.
you.